If you are looking for the top 7 personal lines of credit with bad credit and big amount, here is a review that you are looking for. Number 7, we have BMO Harris. Our score, 8.4 over 10. One thing we love about BMO Harris is that they will actually consider your application if you have a 550 as a minimum FICO score. This is really good. Think about that, 550. And the cool thing here is that we love the fact that BMO Harris will actually make everything very easy for you. They actually can approve you all the way to 50 grand. We have seen people approve for personal lines of credit up to $75,000, but you got to have a strong relationship with the bank though. They really, they prioritize folks who have a long relationship with them. I'm talking about a long-standing relationship, and but overall customer service is great. Their application process is very smooth. We love that a lot, and you can actually use a BMO Harris personal line of credit with bad credit for home improvements as an emergency fund. You can use it to consolidate your debt for the perfect wedding, education expenses, managing cash flows, and what have you. Okay, and the process to actually get this line of credit is very simple. You can call or visit a branch to apply, and or you can actually apply online. The only problem is if you have bad credit, it's a lot easier for you to go to a branch to apply. Then you get personalized help, because BMO Harris will actually appoint an advisor to you who will walk you through the whole application process, and you get approved. They can approve you within 72 hours. So this is really great. If you're interested and you want to call BMO Harris now at 1-888-340-2265. The number again is 1-888-340-2265. Generally, we love BMO Harris. The only thing is that BMO Harris is geo-restricted, so they are only available in a few states, which makes them not appealing to borrowers nationwide. So basically, you got to be in Arizona, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, and Wisconsin. Those are the states where BMO Harris operates. So if you happen to live in those states, you will love BMO Harris. So our score, 8.4 over 10, you can be approved for a personal line of credit with bad credit for up to 50 grand. Not a problem. Number 6 we have here, Regions Bank. Our score, 8.6 over 10. By the way, welcome back to the show. Really appreciate having you here. We're having a conversation about personal lines of credit with bad credit. So the Regions Bank is another wonderful player. And Regions, you see, the thing is, Regions is a very underestimated institution, which has been kicking ass for the last 10 to 15 years. And they've been doing things discreetly. And here we love them a lot because they have revamped their customer service. A few years ago, 2 decades ago, their customer service really sucked. Really big time sucked. And now they have revamped things around. Now they're approving borrowers real fast. If you have a credit score of 560 minimum, they will actually work with you, not a problem. And what we love about Regions is that they will also do the same thing. They will appoint an advisor to you who will help you out. It's very important to have a customized help as you actually go through the process. And the maximum line amount with Regions is $50,000. Okay, no collateral required. In other words, this is an unsecured product. You have a variable interest rate, which is really great. And when we talk about, so the minimum line of credit here, we have $500 and the maximum $50,000. Okay, and the cool thing is that Regions actually have a diversity, if you will, a diversity of personal lines of credit. So they have a preferred line of credit, they have a savings secure line of credit, and they have what they call a protection line of credit. So protection line of credit, that's just like, you're trying to take care of overdraft. So the line here is kind of small. You are looking at $50 to $500. But overall, we love, if you want to go with a secured line of credit, they can actually grant you up to $100,000. Obviously, this is secured by your savings, so you have to make sure you have that amount of money in your account before you apply for this loan. But overall, when you think about Regions Bank, they're really great. They have great customer service. The problem is they are also similar to BMO Harris. They are also regional bank. Regions Bank, as the name implies, not the name implies, but they are a regional player. So if you are looking for a national lender, you're not going to be lucky with the Regions. But if you happen to be in the geography they cover, then you will be really, really happy with them. Regions Bank, 8.6 over 10. Number 5, we have KeyBank. Our score, 8.9 over 10. I just want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the top 7 personal lines of credit with bad credit. And they actually approve massive amounts. With KeyBank, the KeyBank is a wonderful bad boy, if you will, when it comes to a line of credit. Why? Because they approve you real fast, within 24 to 48 hours. They're not as generous as the other two banks. They only approve you up to $25,000, but their customer service is great. Their line of credit underwriting process is really smooth. Okay, and they don't ask a lot of documentation. They might ask you your tax returns. They'll ask you proof of income. They will ask you, in some cases, they will ask you for pay stubs, but that's it. So they ask for 2 or 3 types of documents. So KeyBank, and one thing we want to say about KeyBank also is that they have a strong mobile app where you can actually manage everything. You can manage your banking from the app. You can manage your line of credit from the app, your loan, and what have you. So it's really important to pay homage, if you will, here to KeyBank. They have actually done a great job. See, those are really you have banks there they've been kicking ass, similar to Regions Bank. They've been doing a lot of stuff. And it's really important to give them credit for it. I mean, if you have been in this industry as we have been for the last 35 to 40 years, and you see how these companies or their predecessors have actually been handling things and how they are doing better now, you could be really happy. So KeyBank, 8.9 over 10. Now, the loan amount, $2,000 to $20,000. The line of credit, rather, they call it the KeyBank Preferred Credit Line. And here the limits range from $2,000 to $25,000. Okay, and there's no collateral needed, so it is unsecured. This is really good. But KeyBank also has a problem of the other two banks. KeyBank is geo-restricted, so you have to be in a series of states. So you have to be in Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Idaho, Indiana, Massachusetts, Maine, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Utah, Vermont, or Washington State. If you are in those states, you're lucky. If not, you're not. So you have the KeyBank Preferred Line and you have the KeyBank Personal Line of Credit, which actually grants you a smaller amounts. You have $250 to $5,000. Overall, KeyBank to qualify, minimum FICO score 570. Number 4, we have Fifth Third Bank. Our score, 9 over 10. When you think about Fifth Third Bank, Fifth Third Bank is one of our favorite banks. You know why? When it comes to line of credit, especially if you have bad credit, because Fifth Third is so generous. They are so generous. I can't believe it. I mean, they're one of the few banks that are very generous when it comes to personal lines of credit. You know how much they grant you? $100,000 maximum. $100,000. So line amounts here oscillates from $5,000 to 50 grand. That's for the unsecured line of credit. If you want to apply for a secured line of credit, line amounts will range from $5,000 to $500,000. So they're very generous. I mean, for a secure line, they're not generous. It's your own money. But for the unsecured, $5,000 to $100,000, this is really great. Okay, but the only thing is there's a catch though. There's a catch. So they want you to have up to 10% of verified liquid assets. So they're not asking you to pledge those assets, but they want to verify that you do have, like, for example, if you want to get approved for a $100,000 line of credit with bad credit, then you need to actually prove to them that you have $10,000, in other words, 10% of $100,000 in verified liquid assets. Those two words are important: verified and liquid assets. Liquid means that you can actually monetize the assets real quick. You can liquidate the assets you can turn it into cash real quick. Okay, and so for a Fifth Third line of credit, you have a 5-year draw period followed by a 10-year repayment period. Okay, so the APR ranges from 9.75 to 11.25. The APR what they will accept is 550 if you have a solid relationship with Fifth Third. Okay, so if you want to have more information, you can call 1-866-671-5353. Again, the number is 1-866-671-5353. So beside the unsecured, they also have the secured. Now the secured, as I said, you have line amounts from 5,000 to $500,000. The APR ranges from 750 to 1025. Okay, but overall we love Fifth Third again because they have excellent customer service. We love the fact that they also will appoint an advisor to sort of guide you through the process. Fantastic. Number 3 we have here US Bank. Our score 9.3 over 10. Just want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the top 7 personal lines of credit for bad credit and giant amounts. Okay, the thing here is that if you with US Bank, there is no question asked. You need to be a customer. That's what it is. Now, KeyBank, if you have had a long start with them, they will actually consider you if you have a FICO score that starts at the 590 to 680. So that's the bandwidth they're playing with, 590 to 680. Okay, and the thing here is that the maximum line amount here is $25,000. This is really important to mention. So $25,000, but you can actually get a lot of benefits. You have APR that goes as low at 1150. You have easy access to funds. You have ongoing credit for all your needs, right? And what we love about US Bank is that you have a quick application process because you can apply it for a personal line of credit with bad credit online. It takes only a few minutes, not a problem. Fantastic. Okay, and if you are already a US Bank checking customer, you can also start your application in the mobile app. This is kind of cool, and no collateral is required. Okay, so if you want more information, you can just call 1-800-491-3150. Again, the number is 1-800-491-3150. This is really important. And one thing I also want to say here is that with US Bank, they really are also, they cover a larger geography than the other 4 banks, and they are a much bigger regional player. And if you want to actually boost your odds of approval, make sure you start everything at the branch. And when you go to the branch, no matter how low your credit score is, bring your other financial papers. I'm speaking about your proof of employment. Okay, you want to bring your tax returns. You want to maybe bring your financial statements, also your overall financial statements, and start a conversation and make sure that you can articulate why you need a personal line of credit from US Bank. Very important. Number 2, we have Truist. Our score 9.7 over 10. When you think about Truist is a pure play. What does this mean? This means that Truist will actually accompany you from start to finish. And with Truist, there is a minimum when it comes to a line of credit for bad credit, $5,000, but there is no maximum. Think about that. So Truist actually is giving you a chance in terms of the amount you can qualify for, not based on your credit worthiness, but based on your financial assets, based on your net worth. So if you have bad credit, but you happen to be banking right now in terms of your monetary bandwidth, you have savings sitting there, then Truist will take care of you, okay? And what we love about Truist is their excellent customer service. They've done a great job. For those of you, or those of us rather, who actually had relationships with BB&T and SunTrust back in the days, if you look at the relationships we had back in the days and the relationship we have now with Truist, it's just fantastic. Our business clients are just happy. Truist has done a great job after the merger to make sure that they improve their customer service significantly, their line of credit and loan underwriting process significantly. We're talking like crazy significantly, okay? So You have APRs that starts at 12.94%. Now, if you want to qualify for the lowest rate, you need to have excellent credit. So if you don't have excellent credit, you want to actually expect a higher APR. It is what it is. But you can use choice for a lot of stuff. Choice, a lot of credit for a lot of stuff. You can actually take care of unplanned expenses, right? You can add extra purchasing power for certain things for everyday purchases. You can get revolving access to cash. This is just really great. If you want to apply, you can actually apply by phone also. You can apply in person at a branch, which we recommend anyway. But you can also apply by phone. So you want to call 844-487-8478. 844-487-8478. And they'll take care of you, not a problem. Number one, the best of the best in our view, when it comes to the personal line of credit with big amount, bad credit, we're speaking about number one, PNC. Our score, 9.9 over 10. I mean, PNC is a champion in this category. They are really great. They are really fantastic. I mean, I'm talking about now, they're not as generous as Fifth Third Bank, yes, because they capped the credit line at $25,000, but they will consider your application if you have 500 in FICO score, but you have a strong, long-standing relationship with PNC. I mean, the lower your credit score, the stronger your relationship, the stronger and older your relationship must be with PNC. Okay, so basically, the moral of the story is that if you have bad credit and you want to get a line of credit from any bank, you need to have a prior relationship with that bank. Otherwise, you will never be approved. Okay, so here the minimum amount $1,000, maximum $25,000. This is really great. And the minimum draw amount, if you get approved, it will be $50. And there is no prepayment penalty. This is really good. We can apply actually online if you are a current customer. You can also apply by phone by calling 1-877-CALL-PNC. Again, the number is 1-877-CALL-PNC. From Monday through Friday, they're available 7 a.m. through 10 p.m. Eastern. And Saturday through Sunday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Eastern. You can also apply in person at a branch, not a problem. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that we love, and we have said this on various shows, what we love about PNC in general is that they have actually a department that takes care of veterans, that takes care of eligible service members and their dependents. So we really love that a lot because, those who have served for our country, they really have to be respected. They have to be honored in all capacities, not just in everyday life, but when it comes to funding also. So PNC does a great job at having a department. They call it the PNC SCRA, Service Members Operation Center. So basically they have a service there. So if you are a service member or a dependent of one, you can actually contact 844-PNC SCRA and they'll take care of you. You'll get preferential treatment, sort of, okay? So PNC, this line of credit is available in Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Washington, D.C., Delaware, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Maryland, Minnesota, Missouri, North Carolina, New Jersey, New Mexico, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, Virginia, Wisconsin, and West Virginia. And certain restrictions apply for Massachusetts, New York, Connecticut, and Tennessee. Okay, this is important. So here you have it. You have the top 7 lines of credit. Now let's just have a quick conversation about the overall line of credit thing. I mean, if you're trying to get a line of credit with bad credit, it's very important, and I've said this before, that you want to actually have a relationship with the bank with which you want to get the line of credit. Okay, and if you want to apply for a personal line of credit, there is a formula for success you need to follow. Make sure that you check and double check your credit history and score, because right now you're telling me that you probably have bad credit. Okay, But how sure are you that your credit is that bad? When was the last time you checked your credit score and history? So make sure that if it's bad, make sure that it is indeed bad. In other words, make sure there are no derogatory items, there are no errors that are dragging your FICO score down. That it is because you just happen to, have had a long list of bad things happen to you. That's why you have bad credit, and not because of a mistake. Okay. Make sure that you bring proof of income to the branch. As I've said before, this is really important. And if you have additional sources of income, also bring them so that the lender, the bank, can actually make a decision. Okay. Talk about your employment information. So things like proof of employment. So not just proof of income, but also proof of employment, like a letter from your employer that says that, hey, listen, you have been working here since day one of this date and you were making X amount of money. And also make sure that you have a breakdown of your monthly expenses. I'm talking about your rent payments, your car payments, your grocery stores, and what have you, including your mortgage. So those are really important. And the big question is, overall, is a personal line of credit a good idea, especially if you have bad credit? Well, whether a personal line of credit is a good idea really depends on one thing: your financial situation, boss. Because having bad credit is a reflection of your past, but having a strong financial situation is a reflection of your present and future. So if you need access to a flexible line of credit for larger planned expenses, and you will have the funds to pay it back within a reasonable amount of time, it could be a great idea to actually get a personal line of credit. Otherwise, you risk needlessly racking up debt plus interest. Before I actually do a recap of today's conversation, I want to quickly acquaint you with our loan and line of credit evaluation approach, how we actually go with analyzing those lines of credit. Please check out this video to learn more about our process. Wonderful. So let's just quickly recap here. So we're talking to you about the personal line of credit, big amount, bad credit, the top 7 lenders who take care of you. Real quick, we have PNC. Number 1, PNC, 9.9 over 10. Number 2, we have here Truist, 9.7 over 10. Number 3, we have US Bank, 9.3 over 10. Number 4, we have Fifth Third Bank, 9 over 10. Number 5, we have Key Bank, 8.9 over 10. Number 6, we have Regions Bank, 8.6 over 10. Number 7, we have BMO Harris. Last but not the least, we have BMO Harris, 8.4 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.